It's like it's been a couple of years, man, since you and I have actually seen each other. This is crazy because beforehand it seemed like there'd be two or three times I'd see you in a year, and now it's been like been a long
Yeah,
time. But thank God for Zoom. You look great, man. How you doing?
yeah. I thought you were mad at me, Rudy, there for a while.
Never.
Yeah, no, thanks a lot. You too, man. No, I'm doing good. It's just getting through all this stuff and, hoping to get out and play a bit more and here and we got plans to get out on the road. So we'll see what happens. But so far so good. Happy to get this music finally out and rolling. So
Yeah, that's definitely what we got to talk about, and congratulations on that. But before we start, man, you look amazing. How much weight have you lost? I mean, you're still losing weight during the pandemic while the rest of us are gaining weight.
yeah, I'm down about 40 pounds, but you kind of fluctuate all the time. But yeah, I've been trying to get healthy, and use that time to work out and get back on track that way and stay looking youthful if I can.
Yeah, I'm starting to lose that war, man. The gray is definitely kicking in on me. But this whole time with COVID-19 and everything, everybody's been talking about mental health and trying to be healthy. What have you done in that aspect, other than making great music and working out? What else have you done just to sort of keep focused, man? Because a lot of people, man, it's been tough.
We got to go out and do we did like a drive-in series in partnership with the ATV Financial, Alberta, a bank, and actually it was all for mental health. So we got to go to about 8 different communities and play these drive-in shows, and all the money went back to the communities and mental health. So yeah, that was a good thing for us to be able to do. And when you talk mental health, I mean, you know, you think about your crew and your musicians and your crew, and they're kind of like your family and stuff. And you feel really responsible for them. After having them play with you for so many years, you try to just find ways to keep working. And music's a lifestyle, as we know. It's not a get rich job. So for most people, so it's a lifestyle that we love, and it's great for mental health. So we're trying to bring that into the forefront as much as we can. And then it got such a lockdown that wasn't much we could do. But we got plans to be out here. We're actually, since I'm in Alberta, but since Alberta rolled out their plan, we've actually had some phone calls for some shows. It looks like things are going to start opening up. So that's exciting.
That's great to hear. Will you be able to do one of the other great charities you do with the kids in the hospitals and music instruments? Are you gonna be able to get back to that?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we've been lucky with our golf tournament drives all that revenue for the Gord Bamford Foundation, and we were able to have it last year on a smaller magnitude, which kept it rolling. Kept us going, and 100% we are. We're excited about the possibility of making it a bigger one this year than last year. It sounds like we can, and we're expanding that golf tournament into different provinces starting next year. So all driven towards kids and youth and children's hospitals and Make-A-Wish foundations and Ronald McDonald houses are a big part of what we do. So definitely going to get back on track with that and continue to give back.
Well, one of the things I put on my gotta do list is golf lessons. So I'm crossing fingers I'll be good enough, man, to
You're
play.
welcome
But
to come out. You don't have to
man,
be good. You just got to
no,
be a
man,
good guy. You got that part covered. You're a good
yeah, yo,
guy.
you understand, man. The ball goes everywhere, So I want to do good, but I'd love to be part of it. But the thing I've been part of for so many years, of course, is your career and watching you winning awards and making great music and being a really strong ambassador when it comes to Canadian country music, just Canadian music in general. How does it feel being in that position and knowing that? I remember years before and us talking about in the beginning how you were influenced by so many artists, and now you're the artist influencing other artists.
Yeah, it's good. It's this is my 10th record, so it kind of makes you think of a couple things. You think that, boy, it's am I getting old, or is time just going by that fast? And I feel like time's just going by that fast. And I've been able to watch a lot of up and coming artists, take off and make great music. And I always tell them that it's more important to find a fan base so that you can sell tickets, whether it's 200 to 1,000 tickets a night anywhere in Canada, and build a career, build a fan base, not as much as have one or two hits. Figure out who you are and build a career and a legacy. And that's kind of what I've set out to do. And 10 records in here, I feel like we're just getting rolling again. It's obviously haven't played, but I'm really excited about this new record. It debuted #1 in Australia on Friday, #2 in Canada. It's still sitting there, and have had feedback, best record yet. So, it's nerve wracking when you make records and you're going on into the 10th one, going like, what are people gonna think, man? Like, what am I gonna do to make this one better? And so far so good. So we're, it's a new venture over there with Anthem Records. And with it was with Sony for so many years, and they were wonderful to work with, and still great friends of mine. And I had this opportunity to go over to Anthem and basically do a deal in the pub side and start their label with them, and it's been good. So it's been a bit of a learning experience, a little bit different optics than what I'm used to, but we're finally excited to have this record out, and it's going gangbusters early on, so hopefully it keeps rolling.
Let's get into it. The name of the album. We'll get to the single in a second, but if you can give us the name of the album and basically where it represents in your career, because listening to it myself, it is so. I always say the word wrong. Rural. I said it
Yeah,
wrong, anyways. I mean, it is just so like it's about the land. It's about the lakes. It's about trees. It's about wind.
yeah,
It's about nature. It's about like it is really raw and connected with, like I said, nature.
yeah. I think with Canada, I mean, it's such a roots. It's kind of a back to the grassroots of what I started doing, and this record was tough because we had the Redneck record and the tour ready to come out, and it all got exploded like everything else. So it all went away, and we had to reload and figure out a new idea and timing wise when to get it out, because when you put a record out, ultimately you want to tour it. That's how you really market it. And of course we couldn't tour and all that stuff. So yeah, we finally put our heads together and we got this Diamonds in a Whiskey Glass record, which is a digital release only right now. So anywhere you stream music, and then we have a Diamonds Deluxe that comes out next year. We got a couple more singles with some pretty cool songs, a very special duet tour announcement that will be packaged into the tour. And so eventually we'll have 18 songs in this record, and you'll be able to buy the hard copy of 18 of them. So it's a pretty cool plan they've got laid out for it. I'm excited for it, and we're just trying to figure out, what's a radio single and what's not, and what we're gonna do. And like I said, it's been a little different because it's usually always up to me to make all those decisions. And now we have kind of a joint venture, so there's people weighing in on it, and it's good. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all unfolds. And it's so tour heavy dependent that we just hope we're releasing this at the right time and the plan's going to fall together.
Now, am I right? The first single is Fishing?
The first single?
Yes.
First single was actually Diamonds in a Whiskey Glass, and then we came with this Heaven on Dirt's really blowing up. And then the Fishing one came out with the album on Friday. They all did. So it was yeah, it's been really popular on the download world. It's different now because it's not just radio, but you can release songs to streaming platforms, and that's considered a single too. So they're all out there now. We got another single coming after this one, but it'll probably be off the deluxe version. So
I want to talk about Fishing. What's that one about? Because it's a really interesting contrast with that
yeah,
song.
yeah, that's a true story. That's that's a song about my little daughter Memphis, who was 9 years old. She's 11 now. So we'd actually went out fishing. We live on the lake, so it was her first time out fishing in the boat, and we're out with the other two kids, and everybody's kind of competitor in our family. So there's always a bet on the line that who's going to catch the most fish or who's going to do this or that. So we get out there, and it was just one of those magical days on the lake. We just couldn't stop catching them. We're out there for 3 hours, and I think we caught 25, 30 fish, but she caught the most. So she won the bet. And then we got back to the house later on in the day, and she just said to me, she said, "Dad, how come they call it fishing, not catching?" And I just thought, well, that's a great question. And that's a heck of an idea. And a week later, I had guys coming up to write with me. We're from Nashville, and we were actually out fishing. We'd written a song that day, and I was telling them the story. And by the time we got back that night, we had the lyrics written, and the next morning pulled out the guitars and had this song about life, basically. So it's probably my favorite song on the record. But I hope people hope it gets out there and they can really hear it. It's probably not going to be on the radio, but it's out there now. So see what they think.
You realize when she gets older, that's probably going to be her wedding song. You realize that, right?
Yeah, probably would be. I hope so. That'd be pretty neat.
It would be so cool. You know, you talked about 10 albums deep. How do you think musically and how you view even the world of music from your first album to this one, especially with the recent changes that have happened? How do you view your career in music?
Well, I think for me, it's just kept it pretty simple. You know, we've got there's been a couple songs that we've tried to, I don't know, I guess chase the trend of what's going on, and they haven't really worked. You know, we just and this record's come back to the grassroots who I am, and it seems to be working. So, um, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of motto, and you know, just do what you're good at. And the only thing I know how to do is write simple country songs and play country music. So, um, you know, a lot of other sounds of country isn't really what I am, and I like it, and I think it's been good for country music. But I think the key to my success is just staying true to what you do, and you know, to your fans, and trying to bring in new fans. And you know, that sometimes that hurts you. I mean, sometimes it's not what they want to. Might hurt you on a Billboard chart because you can't get a station or two to play because that's not what they're playing. But it's still, at the end of the day, it's what the fans want and what my fan base wants and what I'm good at. And that's what I'm good at. So that's what I'll just keep doing.
You're not just good, man. You're absolutely amazing at what you do and how you represent. We talked a little bit about it earlier, but let's go back again. What is going to happen as things slowly start to open up? Will we be seeing you back in drive-ins? Will we be seeing you at shows? What's going to happen?
Yeah, no, we've got a plan, you know, there with the restrictions being different in every province. Right now it's Western Canada that we've got a plan for starting in September. Tour called the Man Behind the Music Tour. It's more of a stripped down show that we're coming out and playing in smaller communities and secondary markets. You know, we're thinking that, I mean, we don't know, but our thought is that we're going to be able to play to 500 or 600 people, not 5,000 or 6,000. So we've just kind of gone back again to the where it all started and going back to these small little towns. And we're just booking the halls and you know playing for the door, man. It's they're not even promoted. We're just going in there and playing and hoping people show up.
They will definitely show up.
uh,
Um, you know, like I said, you have been such an ambassador for music and you've done so much. Is there anything still that you want to do? Because I feel like 10 albums in, and for as long as you and I have been talking, there's got to be a book being thought of in some way, or maybe even some kind of video documentary, because I can only imagine the amount of film that you must have over the years in your career. Is this the time now to start thinking about putting something together before somebody else does it and gets it all wrong?
yeah, you know the label has done that. So we've got a program called Real Country Living that they put together pre-pandemic, and they're just searching up broadcasters and places to put it right now. But it's really the life of Gord Bamford. You know, it's what the guy's all about off the stage, and you know what his family's all about. And there's basically 6 different episodes, from fishing to giving back to drinking to boating to camping to entertaining. And yeah, it was interesting making it, but it's pretty real. And you know, I think people are going to really love it and see what I'm all about, you know, outside of being this guy, because I'm really no different than anybody else. And we have our same issues that everybody else has. So it's the kids and me and my wife and out at our place. And it's pretty interesting. So that'll be coming out here pretty soon. So yeah, that's going to be good.
Can't wait to see it, man. Just so people know, social media, where are we going to follow you so we know about the shows? If you're maybe coming to Ontario or
Yeah.
anything like that, where do we go?
Gotcha. Yeah, the website's really good. So it's gordbamford.com. But I mean, we're on all the platforms. We're on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. So um, at the Gord Bamford on Instagram, I think. No, the Gord Bamford on Instagram, at Gord Bamford on Twitter, Facebook, and I don't even know what my TikTok is. Somebody
Man,
just
I'm
got on
still
that. I
I'm
just
still
got on
trying to
that
figure out
TikTok.
TikTok. So yeah.
Yeah, I think my kids are getting me into that, but I'm there somewhere.
Man, we'll figure it out, brother. It's
Yeah.
great seeing you. I'm so looking forward when you and I can see each other. Any idea before we go that with the CCMAs happening in November, is there any talk that you might be around there for that in London?
Yeah, we're talking about it. It just depends kind of what their agenda is this year. They seem to change it every year, but obviously, if they want me to be a part of it, that'd be great, and I'll be there.
You definitely should be, man. Look, thank you again for the interview. Thank you again for the past interviews. Thanks for the friendship. And just thank you for everything you're doing for Canadian music, my friend. It is so great to see you.
Good to see you too, man. Thanks a lot.